times change, the more they stay the same. So Kanye West allegedly told Diddy he got the kids no matter what. Like a real friend should be, and standing down on 10 toes. But what you don't know is that there's always a method to Kanye's madness. He got the kids. Come on. Kanye's trying to sell music to get himself back out there so he can move merch. Because merch is how you make your money. See, what Akon and the rest of these guys tried to figure out and tell everybody back in the day is that the future had changed. No longer was people taking pay cuts, making money off of their record sales. Back then, ringtones was the way you made money. So he started to figure it out and was like, oh, the ringtone money. But that money come in time. That has to accumulate, so it sits in escrow. And then when they calculate all of it, then boom, you were paid millions. Like, this is why 50 Cent was paid like 20, 30 some $million for all of his ringtones he had. So when you're thinking about all together at once, and you're thinking about you're paying for all of these elements around you to be taken care of, garnished, it's a hard life to live because you're living in a very high tax bracket. So now the American public don't understand the new world nuances that transpire. They're confused, and they have every right to be, because it's a very confusing process. You no longer understand where your money is going, how it's being calculated, and how it's being processed. The American public is completely different when you start thinking about elements of where one should go and where one shouldn't. And you start thinking about Diddy and what he's going through and all of these things here. Kanye West has figured that out. He understands that I make way more money in merch. Jay-Z made way more money. Him and Dame Dash made extremely way more money with Rockaware than they did with Rockefeller. The merch. So when they saw how that worked, of course he wanted to start his own clothing brand. But he didn't want to be a spokesman for somebody else's clothing line. You see, Kanye wanted to go to the front of the line. And once he tried to do that, he got met with a lot of friction along the way. So when you get met with a lot of friction, you're going to have a lot of people pulling you in a lot of directions that you don't want to go. So hit the like button, One Crack News. Now, what's the next alternative? That person decided it would be in their best interests because they have best intentions. They decided it would be in their best interest if they were to go ahead and make the game more interesting by putting you on these tours. The tours will get you paid, but you're not making any money off your records anymore. The mechanical royalties are cut in halves because they're not selling physical copies anymore. So how are you going to get your mechanical royalties? It's going to be difficult. It's going to have to come off the streaming. They have to come off the back end. You're going to give up points on your back end. Oh, absolutely. So, as the world keeps spinning and the world keep grinning, I'll be rolling in my sticks. Boom, 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 boom. What everybody said. So no, it's a different world. You know, it's a different outlet for people. People have to go back to the basis of things. You got to get back to the beginning. You got to look at it from all scales. Kanye West is looking at it from a branding perspective. Him standing by Diddy buys him that loyalty, but he's also doing it because they can't really do anything else to him except take his life or make him next. So Kanye needs the music to push the clothing line. So that's why he created the music, so that he could put that out, that it'll create the merch, put his daughter North on there, and of course the powers that be don't want her attached to it. And right when I tell you about Bezos, right, on my Patreon, you see what happened, right? Jeff Bezos gets married to the weirdo wedding where all the billionaires are at. Over extravagant 1980s style wedding. And all the people there are complicit because they're suckling at the power teat. None of these people are doing what they promised the world that they would do, say to the world that they were going to do. They didn't do any of it. They never lived up to the perspectives. They never did anything they were supposed to do. That sucks. Especially in this day and age, it is not good. I remember there used to be this professor. He used to work at for Howard University, and he used to talk about how Sean Combs could have been anything. He was like, he was so talented, you know, he was picked on a lot, but he had an open mind to ideas, and he's sort of a genius. So to see this go down this road, it's pretty different. You know, that's why they were so shocked about his behavior, because that's not the Sean Diddy Combs they've seen. Now, when Kevin Liles was called out, and they came after Kevin Liles with this lawsuit, right after he said that's not the Diddy he knows. Well, how would Kevin Liles know the Diddy y'all know? He didn't. People love everybody to be part of their psychosis and their reality. Well, the reality is they don't know you. They don't. They have no clue or an idea. Well, that's the genuine purpose of these exercises, is that the people there want to engulf themselves in something that they can believe in that's tangible. If you don't believe in it, you're going to be stuck in a hard line that don't eventually make sense in the end. Kanye West, does he really care about Diddy? Hell no. He can give two damns about it. What he's doing is saying, okay, bro, I got your back and I had your back. So you can never say I didn't have your back. Dash needed financing for his movie Honor Up, and he needed to sell merch, which was gonna push. Kanye West had a merch deal, and that's how he was gonna get the money back up, selling the merch. It was flash that merch, Honor Up merch. So Kanye West was slinging that merch. So now Dame can't go back to Kanye West. You can't badmouth Kanye. He came back to help you. So for Kanye, this is good PR. But he wasn't serious. Most of these laws they put in place now. Oh, they didn't kick everybody off here. That's crazy. That's nuts. So while all these people talk about the Mann Act, they talk about all these different acts. Right? Why? These laws have been put in place to enslave us, control us. They used to stop us from interracial dating. Now they encourage it. They used to put up barriers and walls. Now they enforce different tactics altogether. And why is that, ladies and gentlemen? Because it's so easier to dominate somebody than to try to grow and be a partner with them. They don't want to make laws to protect people. They want to make laws to control you. But they say it's for your benefit, but it never seems to benefit. I don't think anybody in here was threatened with or by Sean Diddy Combs. Did you view Sean Diddy Combs as a threat? Oh, he's a dangerous man. Where? Why? How? They never get there. Nothing about Sean Diddy Combs equals a dangerous man. I heard Gene Deal say, man, he said, do me dirty. That man wanted to take my life. But nobody made an attempt to take his life. He's very easy to find. But because he's a hardcore gangster, a man of the street, they were afraid to touch him because of the repercussions. I'm not saying he's lying. I'm just saying it's being a bit dramatic. Now, being a bit dramatic and lying are the same things, then so be it. But let's be real for a second. There are so many different outlets in the world that promote, they post, and they create. Right? Why do you think they so concerned with what I say? We have shown you proof and evidence of them, the government, sabotaging the live streams, knocking people out of the live, blocking people. You've seen it over and over again. Ask yourself why. I'm not getting a lot of views compared to all the others. They'll make sure of that. They're going to make sure they block everybody that's close to getting the viewership through me. Why is that? Why would they be so concerned about what Carcino's going to say? Because they know what I'm going to say is going to F their head up for life. Because he going to tell the truth. And the truth is not a very popular thing these days. ASAP. Woo! Oh, I saw the Jurassic Park. I'll be doing a movie review on that. So I'll be doing a movie review on my Screen Fiend channel, letting you know if you should spend money or not. Matter of fact, I should do that right now. So without further ado, it's your boy Cino saying goodbye and good night. Peace, love, and hair grease. Thanks to everybody who shouts out. You guys, hopefully you hit the like button when you got here. And definitely support One Crack News. Well, we go over the news that these other fools don't want to talk about. All right, we out.